Chosen one, I need you to stand before your reflection tonight and look deeper than you ever have before, because the mirror is about to show you something that your eyes were once too tired to see. This is not a small shift, and it is not a random trick of the light. It is a divine unveiling of the restoration I have been performing in the secret places of your soul. For too long, you looked at yourself through the lens of the battles you fought, seeing only the scars, the exhaustion, and the fading glow that stress tried to steal from you. You saw a version of yourself that was defined by survival mode, by the weight of expectations that were never yours to carry, and by the words of those who tried to dim your radiance to match their own darkness. But tonight, that veil is being torn away. Your mirror will show you something different starting tonight, because I am aligning your physical form with the spiritual authority I have invested in you. I am the God who sees the heart, but I am also the God who renews the strength of those who wait upon me, and that renewal is now manifesting in your very appearance. Listen closely, for if you dismiss this as vanity, you will miss the testimony of my faithfulness. When you were under heavy spiritual pressure, your body carried the evidence of that war. Your eyes lost their sparkle because they were heavy with the tears of 1,000 private prayers. Your skin lost its luster because you were pouring out more than you were receiving. Even the strands of your hair felt the strain as your nervous system stayed in a constant state of high alert. I saw you pass by mirrors and look away quickly, unable to recognize the person staring back, feeling as though the best versions of yourself were lost in a past you could no longer reach. But I am the restorer of paths to dwell in. I am reaching into those weary cells and breathing new life into your weary bones. Starting tonight, you will notice a clarity in your gaze that speaks of a mind finally at peace. You will see a strength in your posture that reflects a spirit that no longer bows to the intimidation of the enemy. The spiritual crime committed against your identity by those who tried to make you feel ordinary is being reversed by my hand. They saw your light and called it a flaw. They saw your depth and called it too much. They tried to convince you that you were fading, that you were aging in defeat, and that your value was diminishing with every season of struggle. I am silencing those lies with visible proof. You are not aging in decline, you are maturing in glory. You are not losing your beauty, you are gaining a depth of presence that can only be forged in the fire. When you look in the mirror tonight, I want you to see the evidence of my protection. See the way I have kept you when the world tried to break you. See the way your face is beginning to reflect the quiet authority of one who has walked through the valley of the shadow of death, and feared no evil because I was with you. This is the beginning of a visibility you were not ready for until now. I have healed the hidden wounds first, so that when you stand in the rooms I am preparing for you, you will not stand as a victim of your past, but as a victor of your calling. Stop speaking harshly to the reflection I have created. Stop echoing the insults of people who never had the spiritual eyes to see who you truly are. Every time you criticize what I am restoring, you delay the acceleration of your breakthrough. Instead, I want you to look at yourself and say, Amen, to the work of my hands. Thank me for the new glow that is returning to your skin. Thank me for the strength returning to your frame. Thank me for the peace that is smoothing out the lines of worry that anxiety tried to etch into your brow. You are entering a season of suddenlies, and your physical transformation is the first sign of the harvest. Just as the seasons change and the earth puts on new garments, you are putting on a garment of praise for a spirit of heaviness. Your whole being is responding to the shift in your spirit. Because you have finally surrendered the need to control the outcome, your body is finally learning how to rest. And in that rest, I am doing my most profound work. The mirrors of your past reflected your pain, but the mirror of your future reflects my promise. You will walk into spaces and people will notice a difference they cannot explain. They will sense a calm where there used to be chaos. They will see a radiance that doesn't come from a bottle or a brush, but from the indwelling of my spirit. You are being prepared for elevation, and elevation requires a confidence that is not rooted in ego, but in the assurance that you are chosen. You are not behind, and you have not missed your moment. I am redeeming the time that the locusts have eaten. I am thickening what stress tried to thin and brightening what sorrow tried to dull. Tonight is the turning point. As you prepare for rest, look at yourself with compassion. See the chosen one that I see. See the resilient warrior who refused to quit. See the beloved child who is being made new. Your reflection is changing because your story is changing. Believe it, receive it, and walk in it, for the glory of the Lord is rising upon you, and it shall be seen upon your very face. The world tried to convince you that your best days were behind you, that the stress of the previous years had carved a permanent exhaustion into your features, but they did not account for the supernatural oil I am pouring over your life. This restoration is not merely cosmetic, it is a profound realignment of your biological clock with my eternal timing. You have been in a season of heavy pruning, and pruning always looks like death before it looks like glory. You felt as though you were thinning out, fading away, and losing the vibrancy that once made you stand out. But I tell you tonight, that was the shedding of the old skin. The mirror will show you a version of yourself that is untainted by the bitterness of those who betrayed you. I am removing the spiritual film that the enemy placed over your eyes to make you see yourself as defeated. Starting tonight, you will notice that the dark circles under your eyes, those shadows of sleepless nights spent interceding for people who didn't even appreciate you, are beginning to lift. I am replacing the spirit of heaviness with a countenance of joy. You once believed that you had to look like what you had been through to prove your strength. You thought the more haggard you looked, the more it proved how much you had sacrificed. But I am changing that narrative. My grace is so sufficient that it will make you look as though the fire never touched you. I am the God who makes you as bold as a lion, and as radiant as the morning sun. When people from your past see you, they will be confused. They expected to find you broken, aged by sorrow, and diminished in stature. Instead, they will find someone who looks younger, stronger, and more centered. This is the divine frustration of your enemies. They tried to commit a spiritual crime against your identity, but I am using their malice as the fertilizer for your new growth. Look at your reflection and realize that I am healing your nervous system. Your body has been in fight or flight mode for years, waiting for the next blow, the next betrayal, the next crisis. This constant state of alert has affected your physical frame. But as you hear my voice tonight, I am commanding your cells to enter a state of deep, divine rest. Your hair will begin to grow with a strength it hasn't had in a decade because the root of your stress is being pulled out by my hand. Your skin will hold the moisture of my presence. You are being watered from the inside out. You have been a dry land for too long, but the springs of life are bubbling up within you. This is the validation of the chosen, that while others are withering under the pressure of the times, you are flourishing. You are like the tree planted by the rivers of water, bringing forth fruit in its season. Your leaf also shall not wither. The mirror is a witness. It has seen your secret tears, and now it will see your secret transformation. I am giving you back your glow. Not a temporary glow of this world, but the glow of Moses coming down from the mountain. You have been in the secret place with me, and it is impossible to be in my presence without your physical form being altered. The lines of frustration are being replaced by lines of peace. The heaviness in your jaw, where you held the words you weren't allowed to speak, is being released. I am giving you a new voice and a new face for this new era. You are not a victim of time, you are a steward of my glory. Tonight, as you wash your face, visualize the washing away of every negative word ever spoken against your beauty. Every curse that said you were getting old, every lie that said you were losing your touch, every whisper that said you were no longer relevant. Wash it away. I am accelerating your physical recovery. What should take years of therapy and rest to fix, I am doing in a moment of spiritual realization. You are realizing that you are loved beyond measure. That love is a medicine. It is a balm that heals the skin and brightens the eyes. You are no longer looking for validation in the eyes of people who are blind to my spirit. You are looking for validation in me. And because you have found it, your body is finally exhaling. You are standing taller because you no longer carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You have given that weight to me. Tonight, the mirror will confirm that the chosen one is not just a title you carry, but a reality that manifests in your very presence. You are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. You are beautiful, you are powerful, and you are being made whole. You have spent years in a spiritual winter, where everything felt frozen and your own reflection seemed to wither under the frost of isolation. But the season of the great restoration is not coming, it is already here. Tonight, as you look into that glass, I want you to see the new creation that I am perfecting. I am removing the residue of every battle you had to fight alone. I am erasing the look of the orphan spirit from your eyes, that constant scanning for danger, that fear of being abandoned, that exhaustion of having to provide for yourself. I am replacing it with the steady, calm gaze of a child who knows their father is the king of the universe. Your mirror will show you a face that is becoming younger in spirit, because the heavy yoke of religious performance has been broken. You no longer have to strive to be seen by me. You are already the apple of my eye. This physical transformation is your public validation. For a long time, people saw your struggle and thought you were being punished. They saw your weariness and assumed you had lost your way. But starting tonight, they will see the visible yes and amen of my promises written upon your countenance. I am restoring the years that the locusts of stress and the cankerworms of grief have eaten. I am breathing into your lungs a new wind of life that will expand your chest and straighten your back. You will walk with a regal authority because you finally understand that your beauty and your strength were never yours to maintain. They are my glory reflected through you. The world will wonder what secret you have found, what fountain of youth you have discovered. You will simply smile, for you know that the secret is the intimacy of the chosen one with their Creator. The mirror will show you that you are no longer the person who was walked over, lied to, or discarded. Those experiences have been transmuted into a depth of character that shines like a diamond. You are not just recovering, you are being upgraded. Every tear you shed has become a drop of oil for your lamp. Every night of sorrow has added a layer of resilience to your skin. You are becoming a living testimony that what the enemy meant for evil, I have turned into an exquisite masterpiece. Tonight is the end of the old reflection. Tomorrow morning, you will wake up with a clarity of mind and a vibrancy of body that confirms, the shift has happened. You are chosen, you are restored, and you are brilliantly new. If you believe in this divine restoration, do not keep this light to yourself. Share this message with another chosen soul who needs to be reminded of their worth. Like this video to seal this word in your spirit, and comment, I am made new, to claim your physical and spiritual transformation tonight.